Hola friends and welcome back. Today I want to visit Tenerife Island and find out why this place is bringing million visitors every year. But before that, I want to go a little in the past to see how everything was started. Let's go. Tenerife Island is located in Atlantic Ocean with 2034 square kilometers, which making it the biggest and most popular island of the Canary Islands, home to around 978,100 people. The distance from Tenerife to Africa coast is 128.43 kilometers. Tenerife first occupants were Berber migrants from North Africa, who came to the Canary Island around 1000 BC. On the island can also be found cave paintings, particularly in the south. Roman traders are known to have visited the islands, and Roman artifacts have been found in the Canary dating from 4th century, although there is no evidence of a Roman settlement. Through the 16th century, Tenerife was colonized by migrants from Spain and the growing Spanish Empire, including settlers from Portugal, Italy, Belgium and Germany. The history of Tenerife, and indeed all the Canary Islands, continue under Castilian, then Spanish rule. Over the centuries, however, invasion attempts and assaults still continued. In 1797, the island was attacked by a British fleet under Rear Admiral Horatio Nelson. The Tenerifians fought back bravely, resulting in a rare defeat for the British master tactician. There were other periodic attacks, including a task force led by Walter Raleigh. The island has a remarkable ecosystem diversity in spite of its small surface area, which is a consequence of the special environmental conditions on the island. This diversity of microclimates allows some 1400 species of plants to exist on this island. The vegetation on Tenerife is divided in 6 major zones: cactus that are adapted to long dry spells, thermophile forests that growing and moderate temperature and rainfall but was deteriorated by human activity, laurel forest, dense forest of large trees, a drier vegetation poorer in species, pine forest, mountain vegetation that adapted to a dry condition, intense solar radiation and extreme temperature. The fauna of Tenerife includes some 400 species of fish, 56 birds, 5 reptiles, 2 amphibians, 13 land mammals, thousands of invertebrates, and several species of sea turtles and cetaceans. Tenerife became popular with European tourists from the late 19th century onwards, with visitors from France, Germany, UK, Spain and Italy, attracted by the island's natural beauty and pleasant springs-like climate. The tourist has been an important source of income and a key factor in the economy growth in Tenerife, and bringing more than 60% of income in the island, equivalent with 2.7 billion euros yearly. From 2010, the tourists in Tenerife were 3.9 billion, and until 2019 increased to 5.73 billion. As you know, in 2020 was global pandemic lockdown and a lot of countries were closed almost a whole year, and the tourist industry of Tenerife was dropped to 1.86 billion visitors in that year. After that, in 2022 were recorded over 5 billion people visiting this island. The main reason that attracting tourists is weather and of course ocean and mountains. The one more thing that attracting tourists here is the Carnival of Santa Cruz de Tenerife, which is in February in the city, and it is the second biggest in the world after Rio Carnival in Brazil, that attracts hundreds of thousands of people annually from all over the world. Arriving at the airport, the first thing that I want to do is to go to pick up the car. So let's do that. This is the view from house where I live. Predominantly these views are everywhere around the island. As you see, the houses are built on rocks. The room itself looks pretty nice for the price that I spent on it. An owner was nice, didn't charge me for extra damaging his bed sheets. I wasn't expected too much for room at £150 for 5 days. Welcome to Santa Cruz de Tenerife. This is the capital of this island. This city is more industrial. I haven't seen beaches around this place, but I was met by Fire Air Force in the first day of my arrival here. They were fly behind the mountains few miles away from city to extinguish the fire. At high temperature of 35 degrees and dry condition, it is very easy for trees to catch fire. Please friends, be careful when you are going somewhere on your own without knowing the place at all. Tenerifeans having one amazing rule. Every day from 1 PM till 4 PM, no one single market or restaurant are opened around the island, as it is a resting time for them. Even I was informed by owner where I rent to not do any noise in between these hours. On the other hand, it is impossible to work at temperature of 35 degrees. Usually you will see just tourists outside all the time. There is one spot to enjoy all city at one time. It's Miradora de Santa Cruz de Tenerife, which is located on the top of mountains. You will also find their small cave Cueva Roja that is located right here. If you are renting a car or even coming by bus, do not rush to leave this city, as a few miles to the north is an amazing large beach that is worth a visit. Don't be late to do the extra 12 minutes drive to the Playa Terrasitas. This is why you came here for. Very close to the beach is a small village named San Andres. It might be familiar to you as there is a popular game GTA San Andreas people having been playing. What I like here is calm ocean. There are no waves at all due to the line of rocks that is stopping them, and it's more secure for kids or people who are not so confident in swimming. I didn't have a chance to explore the northern coast, and I'm pretty sure there can be more amazing places, but the beaches like this you will not find, as there are more rocks, cliffs and limited spaces to relax as a family. For those who enjoy climbing mountains and having extreme time, you are in the right place. Share in the comments your pictures if you make it to the top of the mountain. The next crucial place that tourists should explore on this island is Los Cristianos. Los Cristianos is a town with a population of 21,235 in 2017. Situated on the south coast of Tenerife, a number of huge hotels and apartment blocks were built during the 1970s to house the growing number of tourists and workers, but it was in the 1980s when the town began to expand massively. As well as the holiday makers, Los Cristianos began to attract a number of British expatriates who emigrate either permanently or semi-permanently to escape the cold British winters. The origins of tourism in Los Cristianos lie with a Swedish man who came here in 1956 suffering from multiple illness. As a TV commentator and formerly a writer, the word of the mild and sunny climate he had discovered spread very quickly in Sweden, and in 1957 he was joined by several friends who suffered from different diseases. Here you have lots of beaches to choose from. Even if you are planning to visit different islands around Tenerife, the cruises are running all day and the port is located just across the road. This is the perfect place that I will recommend to the people who don't want to rent a car and are more happy to stay in the same place. as you have everything what you need: buses, cruises, restaurant, pubs, tons of beaches that can be visited even when walking. Of course, the prices are more expensive than in the capital or the place that I was staying. Here the prices vary from £54 to £297 a night. The norther you go, the lower the prices are. Just few miles to the south is one amazing place, Fanava Beach, that is full almost every day, as it is a focal point for surfing, diving and parasailing. Now 20 years later, Playa Fanabia is completely finished. The beach consists mainly of volcanic remnants and is composed of sand imported from Africa. During the day is a lot to do, but the evening is quickly becomes quiet here, so you can expect a peaceful night's sleep. A few years ago, breakwaters were also installed, making the sea calm and pleasant for swimming and playing. There are two fantastic fun-filled water parks. Siama Park is one of the biggest and best in Europe, and Aqualand has lots of exciting slides and an incredible dolphin show. The village Masca is situated at a high altitude of around 750 meters in the Teno Mountains. Nowadays the village is part of Buena Vista the North and is home to around 90 people who still choose to live here. There are legends that say that a long time ago pirates used to hide in the village of Masca, but no one of these claims were ever proved. Tenerife has just one single motorway that connects south and north. This main road is making Tenerife popular because here was filmed Fast and Furious 6 The Tank scene. As well on the island was filmed movie Jason Bourne and Rambo Last Blood. If you are planning to visit villages like Masca, the roads in the countryside are dangerous as they are very narrow. I strongly suggest for unconfident drivers not to drive through these roads. Located at the western point of Tenerife in the Canary Islands, you find the captivating resort of Los Giantes. Literally translated means the Giants, creating an impressive backdrop to this tranquil resort. It takes its name from the ancient and majestic mountain range that soar up behind the resort. Los Giantes is a fantastic option for those who are looking for a quiet holiday resort. The beach is not its strong point, but you can enjoy the black sand of its small surface that probably can be from the last volcano eruption in 1909. At nearly 1970 feet high, the cliffs of Los Giantes are one of the most breathtaking sights you'll see on the island. Add to that the fact that the land mass plugs 100 feet into the sea deeps. The cliffs stand out for their irregular shaped walls and dark color, which is the result of erosion and solidified lava. And you've got a spectacular natural wonder. Just over 300 years ago, Garachico had it all, as the main port on an island at the crossroad of Europe. There are stories that the streets were made of marble. In 1706, nature cruelly snatched riches away from Garachico when Mount Negra erupted, spewing out rivers of lava that swept through the town to destroy its golden ghost, the harbor. That disaster ended Garachico's run as the most important port on Tenerife. As though lava running through your street wasn't bad enough, this town also endured plagues of locusts, outbreaks of disease, fire and flooding. It's a town with a history that could have come straight from the pages of Old Testament. This amazing natural pool is located as well in Garachico. It's one of top 10 popular in Tenerife. If you enjoying diving, you'll have opportunity to see crabs or different types of fish, as they are coming here in these calm waters to hide. One Tenerifian suggested me to visit the southest point of the island, at Punta de Teno. I started driving toward this point, but I was stopped in the middle of my trip at the Control de Access Teno. Very disappointed that I spent a lot of time for nothing. The people from there said that I can pass only that point just by bike, bus or taxi. Of course, I turned back from where I came. It's not worth it to rent a taxi if I have a car. Although there were lots of accidents with people riding bikes, drones falling on them and was very hard endured. From the control point towards Punta de Teno is 2 hours walking or 1 hour to ride a bike. If you have lots of time to travel, then it is for you. The prices in cafes and restaurants start from £6 per dish. The food is directed more towards British menu, so don't worry, you'll have lots of choice. The cheapest way to eat here is to buy in the supermarket, but the prices in the restaurant are not expensive either. These 2 pizzas with milkshakes cost me around £20. Tapas arrogadas are without doubt the leading ingredient not only of Tenerife's traditional food, but of all Canary cuisine. A simple dish based on the small black potatoes grow on the archipelago itself. They are eaten alone as a kind of aperitif or as an accompaniment to meat or fish dishes. Bananas are particularly important crop, as Tenerife grows more bananas than the other Canary Islands, with a current annual production of about 150,000 tons, down from the peak production of 200,000 tons in 1986. More than 19% of the total is destined for the international market, and banana growing occupies about 4,200 hectares. This field is centered on the northern slopes and is affected by altitude and as well as orientation. The highest point on Tenerife is the volcano Teide at 3,750 meters. The volcano and its surroundings make up Teide National Park, which has an area with 18,900 hectares. It is the most visited national park in Spain and by 2015 the 8th most visited in the world. I wasn't very close to the mountain as it's taking 1 day to climb it and you can't go there without a guide. The scientists say that the risk of volcano explosion is 40% in the next 50 years based on records. I want to thank you guys for watching my video. For those who are not subscribed yet, you can do it right here. And don't forget to click on the bell so you can be updated about new places I'm going to visit. The next coolest island that is on my list is one from Greece, which I will explore in the next video. Until that, stay safe you and your family, and travel, because it's worth it.